against the Phenom, Anders Vergang, who always brings an audience, no matter what tournament he's playing in. Manny Shaw kicking from left to right. Keep in mind, we are playing 9-minute halves, no two legs this year in the competitive FC Pro scene. Anders Vergang in that traditional RB Leipzig strip. He's been very confident backstage, Anders Vergang. Caught with him earlier today. Said, look, 12 points is what I'm here to do. And if you haven't got Simakan, don't speak to me, because you should be investing in that defender from RB Leipzig, as Richard Buckley already said. We'll be getting an extra juicy upgrade if Vergang can win. Just one game tonight.
And I'm not seeing Hernandez anywhere on the pitch, and I don't think we saw Essien in the starting 11, and now we're seeing Essien in the starting 11. So I think that was a change on Anders' side.
This is Anders Vergang looking to kick things off early doors. Just to recall that again, so a change has happened, and Anders is completely out of the fold. I mean, I did sort of question him earlier, Gravison, when I spoke to him. I said, surely Bobby Charlton just plays as your out-and-out striker. That looks to potentially have been the case here, alongside Jarzinho.
Yeah.
In a flat 4-4-2. One of the most expensive players you will see in these teams is Eusebio. Just comes under a little bit of the 3 million coin threshold, which I know is a third of your budget, but I mean, Mbappe was 3 million coins, wasn't he, the last couple of weeks, Gravison? Players are happy to spend that sort of money on one big player.
Yeah. I mean, that's the hardest thing you can do in professional football, and also in FC as well, scoring goals. So you got to invest.
Jarzinho, a couple of step overs. Trademark Anders Vergang looking to find his way forward. Abeli there in centre midfield. The French female icon, new addition for this year into EAFC. A handful of those icon players. I'm sure we'll speak about it as the night unfolds, Gravison, but one icon that we want to see in the game?
Guti.
Guti?
Guti. Oh.
Where's Iron Robin? That's my question. Get involved in the comments at home on the Twitch chat. We can see you. That's no an icon that you want to see added into EAFC. Here's Manny Shaw looking for an opening goal in this one. Veron finds Franck Ribéry, could find the first goal, but just offsides. I think Franck Ribéry is going to be one of the best buys in these teams that we are going to see. I don't think he's overly expensive, but he's worth every penny.
Yeah, I agree with you. And you know who else is worth every penny? Sawa, just under a mil, and I think we're going to be seeing some great things.
Well, after this free kick comes in, sorry to interrupt you, Gravison, we have got a couple of goals to update you on in our other game. Let's see what happens from this free kick first and foremost from Anders. Jarzinho will interplay Mikel Essien, and as we expected, he came onto this team just to shape up ever so slightly offside. Let's jump across. There's been 2 goals in the other game. It's between Antonini-Gabriel against Sean LDW. You can see the FC Pro Live items on their screen. It was the Bayer Leverkusen player that did go 1-0 down in this game. Antonio Gabriel made it 1-0. This is a goal that you do not want to see again in a hurry. Puskas picking up the pieces. That was 7 minutes into the game, and that's made it 1-1.
That's unfortunate, but I think we're going to be seeing a lot of power shot goals with Bobby Charlton, as we saw just in that clip. And that's some nice pressing by Anders. Maybe across now.
John Barnes looking for a way pass for Ron, who's actually played pretty well for Ron. I won't lie to you, when I pack an Argentinian icon, I normally don't want it to be for Ron.
No, especially because he's cheap, you know. But I think as an untradeable item, he's not that bad. And I think he could be in a lot of starting 11s at home.
Certainly affordable, isn't it? I mean, that's the great thing about some of these icon squads. People naturally think that every icon is going to cost you millions. There are quite a few icons out there you will see tonight which are affordable for you at home. And maybe you might be able to see who you want to squeeze into your team. Jarzinho expects a lot to come through him. Billy back to goal. There's Bobby Charlton. There's Anders Vergang with his first goal in the game. And it's no surprise it's come through. Who is going to be the star of the show in this team, Bobby Charlton.
Yeah, Richard just talked about this as how the patch changed the game a little bit. We didn't see the midfielder just pressing as much as they did before, so it was an easy pass to Bobby Charlton, and then just the finishing was on point. I don't think it even was a green time shot.
There wasn't anything fancy about it, was it? If anything, you could potentially argue the goalkeeper in his involvement in it. We spoke about their matchups coming into this one. Manu said it perfectly well. They haven't played that many times. They were both in the group of death, we called it, in the World Championships in the summer of this year, which was on last year's game. Oh no, Manu could find himself 2-0 down. Anders can't make the most of that. What a chance.
What a chance. And I think if you are accustomed to see Anders play, you knew he was going for that, just the pass, the extra pass every single time. The ball roll, I don't think the ball roll pass was necessary. I think if he just stayed with the ball and just shot it to the back post, I mean, that would have been an easy goal.
Speaking of mistakes, there might be another one here. Free kick goes the way of Manu Bashir.
Direct.
Socrates from the edge of the box. Go on. Does he fancy it? He does!
Campbell, whoa!
Campbell saves it, on the rebound. Manu Bashir is quickest to react. And the current world champion will bring us all square at 1-1.
You could definitely say he was lucky, but the reaction was so quick with the extra pass. I mean, Sol Campbell, whoa, that was a big jump, but the reaction as well.
Well, that whole chance, Gravison, comes from one bad pass, doesn't it?
Yep.
Because if Anders doesn't make the bad pass, he doesn't dive into the free kick. Yes, regardless of what's happened there, he doesn't find himself in that situation.
And I don't know if it's because of the requirements, and they are not accustomed to be playing with so many icons, but we're seeing a lot of mistakes on both sides of the pitch at the moment, especially with the build-up.
Do you think it's that, I guess you could say, for these players that have crazy teams at home and have crazy teams, I know there's going to be no restrictions coming soon in sort of the cash cups that happen outside of the FC Pro Open. Do you think it's that ability that some players are just used to of players that they use?
I mean, you're used to be using Mbappe every single time, and you know the way Mbappe moves, the way he just triggers runs every single time. So I think it's different. I think it's different if you're not used to be playing with Ribéry, for example. I don't think you know how to use him the correct way.
I think just also on that, just simple stuff like passing stats, Grav. Short passing, long passing. Not really having the understanding of some of these icons' in-game stats, which, don't get me wrong, you're not going to moan about Bobby Charlton's or Eusebios or Jarzinho's, but someone like Michelesian, you might question. Sol Campbell playing out from the back. I know he's got one of the best slide tackles in the world, but that might not be needed today. And also Cafu, million coins on a right back. Would you be doing that?
Yeah, yes, I would.
You would?
Yeah, just because I think he's the best right back in the game at the moment, and I think if you're playing the 3-2-1 and you trigger a run every single time, you're gonna be making just a lot of danger in every situation.
Well, if we can, in between this game that has been so end-to-end, we'll give you an update really quickly from our other game. Sean against Antonini-Gabriel, the 17-year-old of Italy, finds himself 2-1 down. It's again from a mistake at the back. Eric Cantona just latches on to the chance. Puskas lunges at it. Cantona gets the one more pass. Bang, he leads by 2-1.
And that's again a mistake you shouldn't be making at this level. I just think...
Oh, speak about mistakes! Manu's getting away with one or two of them.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the... Maybe they're not, as I'm saying, they're not used to be playing with icons as much. Maybe they're getting used to be playing with Verón, with these kind of players who may not have the best stats. But we are seeing some mistakes, definitely.
And unfortunately, I don't mean to point the finger, but a view have come from Zanetti, who I Have to agree with Richard Buckley. He should be not in a right back. Put him in the midfield. Half-time between these two. 1-1 Manu Bashir and Anders Verga. Remember, it's all single matches here in the FC Pro Open. But if that's an indication to go by, two top-flight players, Gravison, there's quite a lot of mistakes in that, where in another day, if they maybe were using Mbappe or different players, they could have punished them.
Yeah, they definitely could have punished, but not even with Mbappe. Maybe with road to the knockouts, Dembele, which might be even worse than, I don't know, that Bobby Charlton. But you've used Dembele like, I don't know, 400 matches at home probably. You've never used Bobby Charlton, you don't know the way he plays.
Well, in case you missed it, Anders Verga did qualify through the FC Pro Open Global Qualifier. He went 4-1 in the Swiss round. He actually lost his first game, then won his second round 11-0, and then 1-1. Did get to the knockout bracket. It wasn't so easy for him. He did fall into the hands of Matthias Bonanno, who, as we saw, didn't have a great time out last week here in the FC Pro Open. Get involved in the chat at home as well. There's lots of Anders fans out there. There's lots of Silicon fans out there as well. I think he's currently between 35 to 40,000 coins. A win here would put him up a couple of ratings and certainly would put his price up as well. I wanted to allude to, but I didn't really get the chance to as the game unfolded as it did. These two have played a couple of times, but it was in the World Championships, as we said last year. Not a great deal to look into because they both just beat each other. Yeah,
it was a 3-0 victory by Manu and then a 5-3 victory by Anders. I think they were both tight games. Yeah, I mean, there's not much we can say about it.
In case you missed it as well, Manu Bashir won $300,000 in July of this year. $300,000 at his age is ridiculous. Back-to-back Eredivisie champion. I know he came out on social media and said, look, I'm not having the best of seasons. I looked into that, Gravison. PSV didn't lose a game in the Eredivisie. They didn't lose a game. So Manu coming out and saying that maybe just shows the standards that he's got, because they lost on goal difference to Ajax in the first part of the winter season. So for him to come out and say that he's not at his best, I was a little bit surprised. They were back on the way for this one. Manu Bashir against Anders Verga is still 1-1. Bobby Charlton was the goal scorer of the only goal in this game. It's brave from Manu at the back.
The second man press by Anders has been really on point.
Couple of updates in the other game. Gravison very quickly. Oh, ANTONINIGABRIEL. Puskas. Trivella. Thank you very much. That one made it, 3 goals to 1 for Sean, I should say. There was a goal back in the game for ANTONINIGABRIEL. My apologies. And speaking of guests, Casey joins us in the commentary booth. Fresh from Chicago, welcome to London and welcome to another week of FC Pro Open.
Thank you. Excited to be here. Quick little 8-hour flight to get over here, but it is well worth it.
Quick.
It's not too bad. It's actually not that bad.
Commitment. It's commitment, Gravison. You've had the chance to see this game from the sidelines. Quite a narrow game so far, but quite a few players making a handful of mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty end-to-end at this point. I've been a little bit more impressed with Anders. I've seen a few more mistakes from Manu, but like in our interview earlier, Manu was saying that he isn't playing that great, but at the end of the day, he's still a top-tier player, and this game could go either way at this point.
I think the one thing he's got as well, Casey, he's a world champion. He's got fear factor. I know it's Anders, but he'll still be thinking, look, this guy's won a world championship.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at this point, you win a world championship. Now you have nothing to lose, right? I mean, you could keep on winning, obviously, but he's already done the best he could possibly do.
Yeah, I remember back in the days, Moalba was having that kind of attitude, like, I've won the world championship. There's just not much else I can do. So the pressure is not on me. The pressure is my opponents to beat me.
But on that as well, Anders Verga, yes, he's not a world champion, but last year he got a top 8 in his first ever world finals. He has still got a fear factor, I feel like, that when you play against him, you're playing not just against the player, but you're playing against the occasion as well. Manu Bashir looking for a cutback. That's Sol Campbell doing what he can do at the defensive side. But you have to agree with that. Anyone that plays Anders, you're not just playing against the player, you're playing against an absolute demon on the sticks.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people fear him. When they're looking to see who they're going to play next, they are crossing their fingers that is not Anders, because you never know what to expect from him.
I was one of them last year. I played against Anders a couple of times online, and I kind of played to not concede any goals. And when you're having that attitude, you've just lost the game pretty much.
How did that go, Graf?
Not really good.
We'll save that one for another day. Here's Manu. Woo! Good turn on the ball. Eusebio, a little scoop turn. Sol Campbell is the player in the way again.
For the 4th time now, Sol Campbell. I didn't expect that much out of Sol Campbell. He's been consistent now.
He has been pretty much everywhere. To get your thoughts as well, Casey, Anders is the only player that has got 2 women icons in his team, and he's probably picked 2 of the best midfielders he can use.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, I think a lot of them were looking to get Mia Hamm, but I'm happy that they were able to get the other 2 women, especially Sawa. I wish, after seeing all these squads, I'm trying to get her on my team. 900,000 points. I mean, it's a lot, but at the end of the day, for an icon, not too much.
Hello, Veron!
Oh!
Veron! Okay, maybe I won't discard you next week. How's he scored that? Anders doesn't even know what's happened, but Manu does. We've got to see that get on the replay. I mean, if there's a way to disguise a shot, let's see it again. Ball roll, Travella, thank you very much. And he went to the near post.
And that's it again. Again, the patch, the goalkeeper movement, it's been nerfed a little bit, and we saw the Trivela into the other post. And I mean, La Brujita Verón. Talk about precision. Oh, what a goal.
I was about to say, all Veron normally does for me is just go back into another SBC. So for him to do that, incredible.
I think you're going to be using him now, right?
Yeah, maybe we will. It's great as well, Casey, you were saying about your draft. You wanted to get Mia Hamm in there, but then you realised that there's just so many coins.
That's the thing, right? She was the first person that I put on my team, and I really, really tried. But at the end of the day, 400,000 coins minimum on the bench. So that's eating up a lot of the budget in itself just on the bench. And my bench isn't even that good, so I had to substitute her out, and I ended up putting in Eusebio.
And also, you go back to that, what, 400k on the bench. A decent striker is going to put you about 3 million. By that point, you got 5.5. Look at that, I can't even speak. 4.5 million coins, sorry. It is 5.5, back yourself. To try and build the rest of the team. It's so hard to do. Speaking of what's hard to do, is trying to get past Anders Vergaan's defensive back line.
That was again.
Veron was about to get himself a brace there. Chance to break away. It's a big tackle from Zanetti, who's proven his worth again at the back line. Final 20 minutes played here. Scores on the door. Sean leading 3-2 against Antoninigabrriel. That one's happening just to the side of us here. Our featured matchup, though, Manu against Vergaan. 2-1, the world champion. Still currently leads. Abeli, one more pass. Can't quite find a way around Sol Campbell.
I would love to use Sawa as well. I think she's really good.
There's a step over exit, finds Ambrotta. We have to speak about Casey. He's the most picked item in these teams, Ambrotta. I think it's just the fact, I guess, that he can play left back and right back.
Yeah, I mean, he's very, very versatile, and he's not as expensive as some of the other fullbacks, and so he was in my team. Honestly, so I posted my team on Twitter, and I got a lot of hate for it, but a lot of the cards that were on my team, they're also choosing. So I'd like to say everyone on social media that were giving me a little
All I'll say about that, to Casey, build a team, and we'll see what it looks like, because it is very difficult to build. 9 million coins. We've got a goal to show you in the other game. We gave you the latest scoreline on it. Sean against Antoninigabrriel. It looks like we found an equaliser, Gravison. 3-3.
I remember backstage we talked about maybe Luis Figo not being that good. I think it's 3 assists now by him. So Frank Riveri, we're expecting him to be extra good. But Luis Figo as a cam is being decent as well.
Well, I know TM put him in his draft, but I was thinking, do you want him as a cam? You know, he's sort of a trademark winger, I thought, but maybe attacking midfielder's the job for him.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, these players are the best in the world. If we use those cards, we might not be performing the same way, but they're the best of the best, so they can use any card possible.
Do get involved in the conversation at home. If you could have any icon in your team, within reason, you can't see R9 or Mia Hamm, let us know who would be in your squad. The more interesting picks, the better. Final 18 minutes here in our opening game. Remember, it's group stage. No extra time, no penalties, all single-legged matches as well. 9-minute halves is what we're playing this year in this new competitive setting and season. It's John Barnes. looking for his fellow English icon in Bobby Charlton. Manny's done a great job in this second half of just keeping Anders quite quiet.
Yeah.
He's managed everything, Casey.
He really has. I think that the first half he was maybe...
Saying that. Honestly. We just can't win in this business, can we? Anders Virgo makes it 2-2. And he lets Manu know about that one.
I would love to speak Danish, just to understand pretty much. Oh.
Let's see it again on the replay. Bobby Charlton into Jarzi. At that time it was time green. And that's what made the difference.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's with the left foot. It doesn't matter if he moved the keeper. Win time, that was going in. Sit down.
Said it was gritty time. If you hear that coming at you, I think you might have annoyed Anders, which is something you probably don't want to do. 15 minutes left in this game. There could be more.
There could be more. I mean, we have some minutes left. And sit down. Sit down. I like that.
I mean, to be fair, he's already sitting down, Manu. Let's go and have a look at the other game to see what's happening over there. What is the latest over here? Penalty. Hello. Antonini-Gabriel gives away a penalty in the 72nd minute. It's Puskas that steps up now. Great chance for sure to make it 4-3, and he does lead. 7 goals in that game, Casey.
I mean, you absolutely love to see it. This is the type of gameplay that we've been looking for, and I do love a good pen too. So, no.
Do you think this is the last?
He could be looking for it, couldn't he? Last kick of the game, last attack of the game. Anders will just watch that clock tick down. There'll be lots of people watching on saying, please upgrade my FC Pro Live item. Let us know in the chat which FC Pro Live item you are backing at home. Remember, there's 5 of them in action tonight.
I don't think he has enough time to just keep the ball.
Well, what added time are we going to get?
2 minutes?
Maybe 2 if we're feeling lucky. There it is, 2 minutes.
Team press, maybe?
Time to go. Are you looking for a winner, or are you taking the point here, Anders? Surely he's not going for the point. Oh my days, what are we doing here? It's a bit risky at the back. I think he's happy to take a point.
I think he is.
I wouldn't believe that if I saw it, but Anders Virgo will take a point against Manu Bashorma and say, look, maybe you are my biggest worry in the group. I'll take a point of that, and let's both stay unbeaten.
I mean, we saw Emre and Numut with the 10 points in the first week. Maybe Anders thought he was happy with 10 points as well if he just wins the rest of his games. So
I just didn't expect that. I think we've always seen Anders Virgo as an attack sort of player. That's not been the case there. If we can jump ships when we get a second, there's another game that is still live. Antonini-Gabriel against Sean. There's been 7 goals in this one. And there is 9 minutes of normal time left to be played. Keep in mind that Abu Bakr, for those wondering where he is tonight, he's sitting out this first round. He'll be in action for round 2, 3, 4 and 5.
Oh, what a mistake.
Hello. Through ball could be there. Front Ribéry plays the advantage. Ribéry steal. Antonini-Gabriel. Dambrota. Desailly. Michael. All there fighting for the badge. Throwing their body on the line. That's what you want from your defenders.
Yeah, I mean, that's... you talk about players fighting for the badge. That's gonna be Sol Campbell. Wow. Was it Desailly? 1, 2, 3.
Look at that, everyone in the way. Ribéry had to go first. Great feed, by the way, to get round Sol Campbell. Zambrota there. Speak about how to defend. Look no further. He can't quite believe how he's not scored. And we can't either from the commentary box.
Mamma mia. I love Italian players, man. Hessers, Caccia, Obrun. They're awesome.
He's so loud, wasn't he?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Antonini-Gabriel. He has been the surprise package in the 20 that's qualified. And you look at the run that he had to get here. 4-1 in the Swiss rounds. Went through to those knockout stages where he beat Young and then Levi David in a 4-3 matchup. He had penalty shootouts. He had so much to do along his way. And the most interesting stat about ANTONINIGABRIEL is apparently he's only earned $23 in prize money up to this point. So just getting here, he's already earned quite a few more dollars.
He'll get more, sure.
Back into this one, corner. Is there more defensive heroics from Sean's players? Puskas has got loads of room there. Keep in mind, it's Dele Alli and Ogbonna, but the two FC Pro Live items that could get an upgrade with a win for either of these two. As it currently stands, it will be Dele Alli that will be getting the upgrade to an 88 if Sean can see this one out, which is what he's looking to do. Cantona taking all the time that he needs, wins a corner. Every second counts. Puskas. Don't expect him to go into the box. He could lose possession though, Zanetti with a chance to break. Oh no. Puskas. Cantona, is there a one more pass? Does he want to look for the extra goal? Yes, he will! And it will be Sean LDW. But we'll get the first 3 points. I don't know who's on the sound mixing tonight, but we're shaking up the goal songs, aren't we?
That was good, yeah.
I thought you were in control of the sounds there, Grab.
It could have been me, definitely. You know I like my music. But yeah, I think Sean had the patience that Antonini hadn't, because Antonini had a really easy extra pass into Cantona to make it 4-4, but he shot and there was just like the Sol Campbell fighting for a badge situation, and now Sean was patient enough to just chill and pass it to Bobic for just an easy tap in.
And in time of 1 minute, it looks like Dele Alli will be going from an 87 to an 88 rated. Maybe the player he didn't expect to get the first upgrade from this group. He will. Cue the music. And there we go, GG's in the chat. Sean, top of Group C. Remember, there's only been one game played. Abimaka comes into the fold as we move in to round number 2. Big result this one though, Grab. It's so important to get your first 3 points. We saw a couple of players really struggle to do that in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that was a really good long through ball by Desailly. Easy cross as well by Cantona. Close with the nail in the coffin, sticks to the win. Sean just won the first game, 3 points.
Big points on the board for Bayer Leverkusen's FC Pro player ANTONINIGABRIEL of Echo Esports.